Your assignment for today is to talk about pros and cons of youth sports. So, on this doc, you're going to make a copy and turn in your copy when you're finished. There's a video here about bias. Bias is judgment, prejudice, a preconceived opinion, someone who already has an opinion about something without really any evidence. It's just what you think, what you like already. For example, if I say that Frank spends very little money, I could say it in a nice way with a bias, like Frank is thrifty or Frank is responsible with his money. Or I could say it in a bias in a bad way and say, wow, Frank's really cheap. So the bias kind of depends on whether you're saying it in a positive tone or a negative tone. There's also a video here about evaluating arguments. So after you read this article, Keep Sports Fun, you're going to answer these questions. So the author of that article was Mark Hyman. The source was the newspaper he wrote the article in, the New York Times. And I felt like, yes, he had a bias. He had written, if you look in the picture or on the newspaper next to his picture, it says that he has authored 3 books about youth sports, including one titled Until It Hurts, America's Obsession with Youth Sports and How It Harms Our Kids. So from that, I can kind of tell that he already feels that youth sports is harming our kids, and so that creates a bias. The claim he makes is that parents and coaches put too much pressure on kids and make sports not fun. The evidence that he has is in the 5th paragraph, and he says, we know why kids drop out of youth sports too. They're not having fun anymore. They're weary of the pressure. They're tired of being yelled at by coaches and sometimes by their parents. The most talented players sometimes are forced to quit because they've been playing competitively for so long that they're hurt. So you can see there that he's giving his evidence to back up his claim. So we can say, kids are tired of being yelled at. They are forced to quit because they are hurt. And the pressure of winning gets to be too much. So that's my evidence. That's what he states to back up his claim. So the reasoning is why he feels this way. Why does he make this claim? And the reasoning is that he says that after age 11, kids get older and they get too much pressure from adults and coaches, and therefore sports are not fun for them anymore. Now, the reflection, the last part here, is where you're going to give your opinion. So you're going to agree or disagree with this article. What do you think? Do you think that these things, his claim, his reasoning is true? Or do you disagree and think that that's not how things really are? So there's no right or wrong answer here. It just depends on how you feel. But you need to write a complete sentence about the article. I agree with the article. I do not agree, and tell me why. You're then going to go down to your second article and read pros and cons of high school sports at the high school level. You're going to do the same thing you did up here. The third article, give children variety and time off. The 4th article, sports teach kids valuable lessons. And then you're going to watch the videos, video 1, video 2. If you don't finish this, we will work on it on Monday. Please be good and make sure you are working, and I'll see you Monday. Bye.